service to this country. The best vice president America's ever had, Mr. Joe Biden.
Gentlemen, thanks so much for being here. Let's begin the debate, and let's start with the issue that voters consistently say is their top concern, the economy.
All of the things he's done, we've become like a third world nation, and it's a shame. The damage he's done to our country, he wants open borders. He wants our country to either be destroyed or he wants to pick up those people as voters.
President Biden, I want to give you an opportunity to respond.
Never heard so much malarkey in my whole life. Look, the fact of the matter is that we're in a situation where, let's take the last point first. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. Billionaires in America. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump.
He's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare. So he's willing to, as we say, rip the baby out of the womb in the 9th month and kill the baby.
So, Joe.
Wait, was that really the next thing? Was that really the next response?
I am pleased to award our nation's highest civilian honor, the Presidential Medal of Freedom, with distinction, to my brother, Joseph Robinette Biden, Jr.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of their sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look, he gets paid by China. He's a Manchurian candidate. He gets money from China.
My son is not a loser. He's not a sucker. You're a sucker. You're the loser.
I think my plane rides with Jeffrey Epstein, I took 2 plane rides with him. My wife knew his girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, and I ran across Jeffrey Epstein at parties, at fundraisers, the Robin Hood fundraiser in New York. But other than that, I had no relationship with him.
How do you address concerns about your capability to handle the toughest job in the world well into your 80s?
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president because I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there. Number one. The fact is that the idea that senators and congressmen are running for office.
Hey everybody, these are my 2 ravens. They're not actually mine. I'm just taming them.
Thank you, President Biden.
And by the way,
President Trump, the question was about what would you do to make child care more affordable if you want to take the money.
Just so you understand, we have Poland, we have other things that they rate him the worst because what he's done is so bad. And they rate me, I'll show you. I will show you. And they rate me
why is this my country's politics right now? Wait,
the
what?
best, okay? And if I'm given another 4 years, I will be the best. I think I'll be the best.
The doctors told me that, and I said, why is there so much blood? He said, it's the ears, they bleed more. So we learned something.
Are you a racist? Do you hate Mexicans?
They took the shot at my hero. And they tried to kill the next president of the United States. Enough was enough. And I said, let Trump-a-mania run wild, brother. Let Trump-a-mania rule again. Let Trump-a-mania make America great again.
indebted to you. I'm indebted to your friendship.
President Biden and I are working around the clock because now is the time to get a hostage deal and a ceasefire deal done. And let me be clear, I will always stand up for Israel's right to defend itself, and I will always ensure Israel has the ability to defend itself. As Commander-in-Chief, I will ensure America always has the strongest, most lethal fighting force in the world. What can be unburdened by what has been.
Jesus Christ. Wait. Listen, we took a wrong turn somewhere in reality. We got off the actual path. Do you guys remember this video? From Adult Swim?
Too many cooks, 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 too many. It takes a lot to make a stew. When it comes to me and you.
Did you guys? We all watched this on stream, right? Did you guys see this? You saw this, right? All of you are aware of this video, right? Why did CNN make this?
A pinch of salt and laughter too. A scoop of kids to add the spice. A dash of love to make it nice. And you got too many cooks, 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 too many. It takes a lot to make a stew. When it comes to me. And the baby too. Too many cooks, it's true. They say it goes, it'll spoil the broth. Honey, I think that's not true. Well, maybe too many cooks will spoil the broth, but they'll fill our hearts with so much love. Too many cooks. A family is like a soup. Everyone adds an extra scoop. Mix an ounce of a smile so sweet, a dash of cool to add the heat, and you got too many cooks, 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 too many. It takes a lot to make a stew, especially when it's me and you, and him and Steve from corporate too. Too many cooks, it's true. They say it goes, it'll spoil the broth. Honey, I think that's not true. Well, maybe too many cooks will spoil the broth, but they'll fill our hearts with so much love. Too many cooks.
I didn't give the interview like
It takes a lot to make a stew. I couldn't face these streets without you. A dash of crime to add some spice. This city's like a pressure cooker turned up to high. Some people say it's spoiled the broth, but that's not the American way. Too many cooks will serve a helping of freedom and resist the forces of evil.
watch the original Too Many Cooks, you'll never get it. You're not supposed to get it.
Takes a lot to make a stew. A pinch of salt and laughter too. A scoop of kids to add the spice. A dash of love to make it nice. And you got too many cooks. 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 It takes a lot to make a stew. When it's made of me and you, him and her, the baby too.
This is the story of Cooks, cybernetic operational optimized Knights of Science, defending humanity against beast rebels of the hellscape. When it comes to the future, you can never have too many cooks.
Which interns at CNN made this? Somebody said there was a Reddit AMA. Was there actually? How did they get this approved by the network? What do they think when they watch this?
Make a stew. Especially when it's me and you. Too many cooks. Too many cooks. Too many cooks.
Not the Howard Dean scream.
Takes a lot to make a stew. Especially when it's me and
Did this air on like network television? Do you think? Or was it only on their YouTube channel? When did this come out? 2016, okay? We veered off course around 2015, I think, when things started to go wrong. Fuck, this is just like fucking chat. Okay, last one and then we do stuff. Oh, dailies and then reading.
I'm Gregory Dawson, filling in for Clifford Baines, who is away protesting gay marriage. Today, for the first time on In the Know, we are giving viewers a chance at home to agree or disagree with our panelists' comments using the Instapoll tracker on our website. Panelists, you'll see the live results right here in the studio. Let's get started. The dollar has posted incremental gains against both the pound and the euro in recent weeks. Are things looking up for the U.S. economy?
Gregory, it's not that simple. First off, the value of the dollar is not a reliable indicator of our fiscal health, all right? There are a number of factors involved, many of which will not become apparent for years to come. The long and short of it is that things are going to get bad before they get better.
I actually don't think the situation is quite so grim. I think that the economy actually is on the rebound.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I don't believe in this gloom and doom stuff. I think that the future is very bright. Right. You know, as long as we all pull up our bootstraps.
I'm sorry, just to clarify, I did not mean to say that the economy is in bad shape.
But didn't you just say that you believe it will continue to get worse?
I believe you said that.
Right.
Yeah.
Technically, but worse. What I meant to say,
but the real reason that the economy is doing better right now is because the hard-working Americans are out there. You know, all of the smart, resilient, hard-working Americans out there.
Good point. Yes.
Who is going to pay for all these government bailouts?
Yes.
It's our children. Our poor, poor children.
See, Terrence, is the average American losing faith in the economy?
Well, Gregory, when you come home, open your post office box and find a huge stack of bills, it's discouraging. It's because because bills are such a discouraging thing to find when you open your post office box. And that is not something a person wants to find when they open their post office box.
Yes, in some ways, the economy is
talking about
like
the old
a
PO box,
post
huh?
office box.
I have several post office
Because the
boxes
post
today.
office box
It's a PO box.
is
Post office box.
like a mailbox.
It's
Post
like-
office box.
Duncan, could you tell us some ways that you think the economy is doing badly again?
Well, I was actually discussing the economy with my good friend, the rapper Kanye West, who is a personal friend of mine, and we visit frequently. You know, I think you're taking what I said earlier out of context. What I meant to say was that the economy can only be spurred into
Okay. All right, let's go. Charcoal, hammer, golf bag, grill, toolbox, raven, limousine, jet, brown, drum, sable, char, anvil, movie set, sear, and canal. Okay, char and charcoal seem similar, so they're definitely not together, meaning they're definitely separate, meaning one of these words has to be read in a special way. Oh, char, sear, grill, and brown. Things that you can do to things like on a grill or frying pan or whatever. How you can affect meat, cook in a pan. Boom. Things in your ear canal, your eardrum, your... Why do I feel like you have an anvil or something in your ear for sound? There's no way, right? Am I thinking timpani? Timpani? A tymphatic membrane? Is that a real expression? I don't think it is. I think I just made that up. Drum, ear anvil, ear jet, ear sable, ear hammer, ear movie set, ear charcoal, ear toolbox. No. I feel like this might be a thing, but I don't think so. No shot. Okay, let's go back. Okay, raven, jet, no. Okay, let's think. I don't know what a sable is. Fuck, that's gonna fuck me. A canal. Ear canal. Eardrum. Oh man, I'm feeling this one so strong. Ear raven, ear jet. Why do I feel like hammer and I feel like the names of the inner ear have like weird sound or weird names. We're gonna throw a guess at this. We'll throw a guess at it. My God, I don't even know where. I don't know. It's the limitless. It's the drug. It's limitless. I am limitless. Right, honey? Yes. Yes, I am. Oh, look at this big belly. Okay. What do we got here? Movie set. Sable. Stable? Sable. I don't know what a sable is. I don't know what that means. Okay, what are things that like rich people have or do? Limos, jets, golf. They do movies. Set toolbox. A raven. What else can a raven be besides a bird? A raven. Do you have the raven for the grill? The raven. Limousine. Jet limousine. Charcoal. Toolbox. Not even one off. Oh no. Okay. Back to the drawing board. Jet. What words go with jet? Air jet, fly jet, High jet. Jet plane. Raven plane. Sable plane. Jet. A movie set. Golf bag. Limousine. Raven. A raven. Raven. Is there some stupid Edgar Allan Poe poem with ravens? Movie toolbox sable. I don't even know. No, it's not that. Or no, is that crow? I don't even know. Charcoal limousine? No, okay. Limo, movie set, toolbox, toolbox. Toolbox, charcoal. Things you can draw with? You can draw with charcoal? Jet. Oh, fuck. Jet. Movie set. Quiet on set, quiet in the jet, quiet in the limo. Raven. Teen Titans? Wasn't one of them named Raven? Toolbox. A toolbox. Charcoal. Oh my god. We did limo, golf bag, and jet, and movie set, and we weren't even one off? Is that what we did? Okay, get these out of... Shuffle them up. Golf bag. Movie set. Charcoal. Jet. Sable. Sable. Abel? Avon? Et? No. Box, bag, set. Golf bag. What is a golf bag? Like a golf club bag? What things that you put in the trunk? Charcoal, a golf bag, a toolbox, and a sable. I don't know what that is. Not even one off. Fuck. Oh no. Okay, what did I guess before? Okay, no. Cameras, things rolling. Cameras rolling. Things, when you have a golf bag, your balls are rolling. The limousine rolls on the ground, rolling. No. Jets, turbines, engines, limousine, engine. Produces heat? Jets make heat? Limos? Charcoal? It can't possibly be that. Oh no, dude. The sable word is fucking me so hard. It's fucking me so hard. Raven. It's gonna be some stupid fucking pop culture reference that I'm not getting. Raven. Raven. What about Raven? What about Raven? Raven Claw? Hufflepuff? Harry Potter things? Jet? Slytherin jet? Ravenclaw. No. Unbelievable. It's actually unbelievable. Things that rich people have. Did we do this one? I already guessed this, and I wasn't even one off. What can I infer from that logically? That means that I don't know if I can make any inferences from that. Other than I know that, like, it will never be these three, it'll never be these three, it'll never be these three, it'll never be these three. Well, wait, that means two of these have to go together, right? Because I've only got one other set left. I think I can make that inference, right? 4 and 4. Well, that would have to be the case anyway, right? Okay, of these, what look like they can go together? Sable and golf bag. Limousine, jet, sable and golf bag. Okay. Oh! Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Honey, oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm just so good. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, I just scared the fuck out of my cat. My bad. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm so smart. Oh my god, I'm so smart. Hi. Or you might find a driver? What is a driver on a movie set? Adam Driver? Shut the fuck up. No shot. That's so cringe. Raven, Sable, Jet, and Charcoal. Honey, I'm sorry I traumatized you. Did that just say shade? Like, shades of black? Oh, I don't know what sable black is. Whatever. Okay. Let's go. Oh my god, when did McCain and Palin run? It was 2008, right? Where are they at? Tonight's goal. Current total. Tonight's goal. What are they fundraising for? Current total. Are they fundraising? Are they going for calls or? Veterans for McCain. Fuck. Ask out. Fuck. MTW. I have no idea what this is. Fuck. Honey, where would they be at? Where would they fundraise from? Would they be in DC? Do you think? Susan Grinton. I have no clue. Fuck me. I don't know. I could just guess the center of the U.S. to maximize my U.S. chances. Fuck it. We'll hit it up in D.C. somewhere. I don't know where like the RNC or the DNC is. They're somewhere around here, right? I don't know where. I don't fucking know. Fuck me. I don't even know. Would they be at the RNC? Would that even make sense? Not really. I don't know. Good luck. Probably a volunteer working in the McCain Victory Center in Lewis Center, Ohio. Okay. It said Ohio on a torn sticker in the upper left corner. Oh, this is Ohio? Okay. Okay, 9K. Not bad. We take that. Oh, God. Why don't people put years on shirts? We need more years on shirts. Fuck. Damn. Sorry. No cell phones anywhere? This picture looks way too new. No, I'm not going to get baited by how pictures look. Never again. Never again. Never again. Never again. Never again will I get baited by how a picture looks. There should be more cell phones out here. I'm going to guess. I want to guess 2005. 1912. Zabar. Montreal. MT is Montreal. Wait, do they have their own top level domain? No, that wouldn't make any sense. Hold on. I was thinking Montreal for .mt. That wouldn't make sense. No, hold on. The fuck is this stupid? Clover? It makes me want to say fucking Ireland. Who's black and yellow for a flag? Black and yellow. Oh, fuck. Oh, we have nothing. I have no idea what the fuck I'm looking at. Oh, it's all over. Stop. Mini Deji. Dejim Ilbet. Tal Graja. '80, 1883. Wow. Dominica? Are we in the DR? Well, good luck. Absolutely fucking epic. Fucking epic guess. The Maltese people singing the Te Deum hymn of praise during the Zabar Festa, a feast in honor of Madonna Tal Graja, the town's patron saint. Okay. MT is Malta. Where are the cell phones? Do they not have cell phones here? There's not a single phone in this whole picture? How's that possible? Bottom left. Oh shit, he had one. Oh, he was off screen. He had one. Oh my God. .jp. Holy shit. What the fuck? Give me a year. I've already got it. I'm locked in, baby. I'm locked in. I'm not locked in. Nope, I am locked in. Hold on. Fuck. No, I'm not. I'm not locked in. Nasuti. I don't know if these are Coca-Cola. I don't know if these are brand names or drinks or cities, or is Coca-Cola a city down here, or is this just a stand selling thing? Stop. Can I find anything that matches a sign? Jesus. It's also close. It's got to be Kenya. It looks like the same language, basically, right? Maybe? Holy shit. What? Okay, goodbye. Be careful. Wait, I can put you down. Oh, or you can jump down. Fuck you. Okay, 2018, good luck. No, 2016. Well, wait, can I get a fix on a year? Magoba. Mombasa. Magoba. Magoba. It's got fucking Kenyan Japan telephone and Kenyan telephone. We're not in Japan. Come on. It's got to be in... What the fuck? It's somewhere up here. It's got to be in here. Fuck it. I don't care. It's somewhere in here. In before. Are you ready for the biggest in before, and it's actually some fucking island on Japan? Did we get a date anywhere? The Bank of Africa. Who would be able to claim, like, the Bank of Africa? You don't think it would be, like, in the Central African Republic, right? Does all the language look the same? Does anybody even live in this country? It probably has, like, 100 million people, because every fucking country. This is a long ways away. There's no way you would have like fucking Kenyan telephones way the fuck down here. It would have to be like on a border country or in Kenya itself. It's somewhere in Kenya. Okay, we're just getting mindfucked by dumb shit. This place does not look that big. Holy shit. Fuck it, I don't care. Give me. You know what? We take it. It's in Uganda. Thousands of taxis lined up in the old taxi park, Kampala, Uganda. Why do they not have Ugandan phone numbers? It literally said Kampala on the board. Why would you assume I would know that city? What? Okay, thank you. Okay. La Defense Boulevard. Oh my god. Les Quatre Teams. Oh my god, what is this? What are these fucking buildings? Nanterre. Kurgi Pontui. Wait, do we have license plates? Nice, strategically blocking fucking everything. Vu? It's not Spanish, right? So it's got to be either weird language like French or Portuguese or something? Maybe? Does this look like Portugal or does it look like South America? Could it be Brazil? Where are the weird buildings? These buildings are so weird. Do these really look like European or do these look South American? Oh, if it's Brazil, I have no fucking idea where. This place is fucking huge. Unnecessarily huge. We're never, ever, ever finding anything. By looking like this. CNIT. What? Fuck. What's the vibe? I'm vibing. I'm feeling the South American vibes. I am. Good luck. 85, Brazil. Maybe, somewhere. It's always Paris. Paris and London. We have to account for at least 50% of our guesses here. Man driving through La Défense, a major business district outside of Paris, France. What? What do you want? Oh, I know. We're not doing too hot today, honey. This might be a 25K day. Colombiana. Do you think that means they're in Colombia? Oh my God. What years was he president? I don't know who came. I don't even know who came before. Okay. Bill Clinton. Before Bill Clinton was Bush Sr., but for only one term, right? Was Reagan, was Reagan 88 to 96? I have no idea. Does that sound right? Gorbachev, tear down this wall. Until 96? I alive? And Reagan is president and I'm a kid and I don't know? Wait, I was alive when the Soviet Union was still around. That's kind of crazy. We're going to say this is Colombia. Does Colombia have mountains? Do these guys seem Colombian? I have no, maybe. Lay. Yeah, it's pretty mountainous. Okay, good luck. Oh my God, I was 10 years off. We had the location though. Yeah, he was. Wait, did I skip George Bush? When I was thinking of the presidents? Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. I think I went from Bill Clinton to Obama. You started at... Okay, fuck. You skipped one term of Bill? Wait, did I? What did I... Because I said Reagan would have been... Wait, what did I say? I said Bill Clinton was 92 to... 2000. And then Bush Sr. was before him. Oh, I must have skipped one term of Bill Clinton. I must have said 96 to 2000. So he was... Reagan wasn't even president when the Soviet Union fell. What a loser. But I guess the wall came down in East Germany in... Was it 88 or 89? When did the wall come down? Wall comes down, Germany, 89. Cringe. Damn. My God. Gorbachev tear down that wall was Bush Sr.? No, fuck you. Don't gaslight me.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Back when America was goated.
Spicy. But I have thought.
How do I tell my friends who are Jill Stein voters that they are wasting their time and effort? Uh-oh.
Y'all, this is a little spicy.
Uh-oh.
But I have thoughts. I feel like I should save this for a live. I'm not coming for people who are thinking about this. I'll talk to you. What I have a problem with is the fact that if you are running for president, you are the de facto leader of your party. And first of all, trust me on this. I run as a third-party candidate in New York. I'm also run as a working families party candidate in addition to running as a Democrat. Because trust me, I've been on record about my criticisms of a two-party system. So this is not about that. But you are the leader of your party. And if you run for years and years and years and years and years in a row, and your party has not grown, and you don't add city council seats, and you don't add down ballot candidates, and you don't add state electeds, that's bad leadership. And that to me is what's upsetting. Because if you have been your party's nominee for 12 years in a row, 4 years ago and 4 years before that and 4 years before that, and you cannot grow your movement pretty much at all and can't pursue any successful strategy, and all you do is show up once every 4 years to speak to people who are justifiably pissed off, but you're just showing up once every 4 years to do that, you're not serious. You're not to me, it does not read as authentic. It reads as predatory.
Wait, somebody said she has a lot of vocal fry? Wait, does she have any vocal fry?
I'm sorry. I'm just saying it. Because as a person, I endorse working families party candidates. I endorse DSA candidates. I take risks, and I endorse even in primaries against Democrats when it's merited. A little spicy. But I have thoughts. Like, I should save this for a live. I'm not coming for people thinking about this. I'll talk to you.
I don't know if I would, like, it's kind of fryish, but I don't know if I would consider this like a talking vocal fry or if she's just kind of like talking quietly. I feel like she's kind of just talking quietly. I'm coming after you guys. Like, I don't know if she's like, I don't know if you would call, I don't know if like colloquially you would call it, what's up? What's up, guys? How you doing, guys? Like, I don't know if you would call that vocal fry in the same way that some people talk like this, even at their normal voice. Like, I feel like it's a different thing, but.
Are you giving yourself enough nutrients to actually gain muscle?
Gaintaining doesn't work. Why do I have this open? Oh, Chris is in this. For all the gaintainers out there.
Are you giving yourself enough nutrients to actually gain muscle? I'll quote myself. What a fucking egotistical move that is.
I do it all the time.
My man. Quoting me or quoting yourself?
Both.
My man. If you weigh 150 pounds, there's no way to gaintain or maintain your weight to 180. By the laws of physics, you have to gain weight. And the only way to gain weight is either strangely to reduce your physical activity, which most people won't do, or increase the amount of food coming in. So sometimes people will struggle with muscularity, younger folks, oftentimes males in their 20s, 30s, 40s. But yeah, man, I'm just not putting on size. I'd be like, how's your eating? And you get this like, well, and man.
Any sentence that begins with well.
Yeah, it's already off the cliff. My boss is riding my ass. I have a family.
I asked about your diet.
Right. I didn't give a shit about your boss. You can while you're getting fired, you can eat a burrito. It doesn't matter.
Why not have him on? Because we love.
I didn't give a shit.
Dr. Mike. However, he is insanely libertarian. So if we have a conversation with him, my whole audience will hate him. Okay. Let us live in our fantastic Love world. Okay, hold on. I just need to learn the European flags. Fuck. Was there an easy way to... Was there a good way to do this? Where we can, like, match them on the map, too? That would be the most based way. Is there a quiz like that? You found one the other day and quit after 2 tries. Well, sounds cringe. Wait, Geoguesser placed the flags. Oh my god, you found it. This is the one. Okay. Oh, because I don't even know the flags yet. That's why. That's why I said it was cringe. Okay, hold on. You're right, because I don't even know all these flags. Okay, San Marino. Oh, no, I don't. Bro, not even close. San Marino. Don't know it. Okay. San Marino is the blue potion one. I don't feel like these are good like ways to remember these because I'm not learning anything of significance. I don't even know why the fuck. Like maybe if I knew why they had the symbols on them. Greece is this like just atrocious flag, isn't it? Ukraine. Romania is a weirdly stupid one, isn't it? No offense. I'm sorry. Was it this? Oh, I don't know how I knew that. North Macedonia. I don't know. Oh, Land of the Rising Sun. Latvia. I don't know. Why? Okay. Latvia. Monaco. I think it's, I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Okay. Reverse Poland. Hungary. It was a weird one like this, right? Oh, fuck, no. Oh, it was like this. Bro, Jesus. Slovakia. No clue. Okay, shield, weird shield thing. France is a, oh, fuck, which stupid fucking one was... Fuck! This way. This is the Russian one. Russian, France, and which is this one? Why do they all have the same colors? Can't you guys be original? Cyprus. Okay, I think I know most of the Scandinavian ones. Or all of them. Norway? Is this guy, right? I think it is. Kosovo is on the map. Italy is the subway. Or Sparrow. There's some restaurant called like Sbarro. This thing? Am I making this up? Do they have an Italian thing on it? Oh, yeah, this. See? That's what I think of. Is that okay? But it's not even the right orientation, is it? Okay. Slovenia. I don't know. Okay. The Czech Republic. Wait, it had a... Did they have the crazy one? Nope. Okay, Czech. Okay. Spain. Did they have this one? No.
Over
Jesus
40 years of
Christ.
industry-leading heavy-duty engine oil delivering unrivaled performance and protection. Shell Rotella is the soul of...
My God. Okay, Spain has the guy in the middle. Okay, red, yellow, red. Vatican City. They had a shield thing, right? No, they had a... What did they have? Vatican City had a weird... Oh, it was a crown thing. This, right? I think? Fuck! Oh, this crown thing. I can't even see what this is. Bulgaria has the football shield? No, Croatia does. Fuck. Oh my God, bro. Montenegro? Okay. Austria? I don't remember. Okay. It's kind of like Poland and the other one, but not quite. Belgium? Holy shit. These are so cringe. Which one is Belgium? Okay. Oh. We got this messed up with, we always thought that the Germans were invading when it was the Belgian people in the game, right? Iceland is that? Or was it this? Fuck. This one, I think, right? Oh, fuck. Fuck! Estonia. This is Finland. Estonia, they had the blue, the cool blue color, right? Yes. Belarus. Is no one cares. Weird shit. Okay. Serbia, don't know. Finland. Okay, Iceland. No, Denmark. Wait, why does Iceland have a lame flag? Is it not? Oh, Ireland. Fuck! Okay, Bosnia. They have the soccer shield? Oh my god, no. How many times? Oh, they've got a crazy flag. Okay. Albania. They have the spider dude, right? The spider king. How many times have I clicked Andorra? Okay. Soccer shield. Croatia. Sweden. This. Okay. Luxembourg has the big shield guy. Nope. Just kidding. Oh, Luxembourg has the bomb pop. The USA bomb pop. Bomb pop ones. Okay. The Netherlands have... Is it like this cringe shit? I don't know why I even know that. Andorra has the shield guy. Switzerland. Oh, this UK. Lithuania. No clue. Okay. Portugal. Did I just click a Portugal flag? Okay. Moldova. Crown thing? Nope. Okay, shield guy. Liechtenstein. He's got the crown guy up here. Germany's this guy. Denmark. Malta. Poland. Okay. Solid 26%. San Marino was this guy? Nope. Oh, blue potion guy. North Macedonia was this guy. Ireland is this guy. Bosnia. Did they get the crazy flag? Yes. Hungary. Hi. What's up? Hungary. They had a weird one. Oh, it's this stupid 3-color bullshit. Monaco. Don't remember. Oh, reverse Poland. Serbia. Don't remember. Okay, this guy. Belarus had the weird text. What's up? Croatia? Were you? Oh, that was France. Oh, Croatia. Similar color. Austria. Which one is Austria? One was like Danish. Or not Danish, I'm sorry, Belgium. Not this. Austria. I don't remember. Fuck. Oh, this Polish. Okay. French. Slovenia. Moldova. Moldova. I don't. Oh, shield guy in the middle. Czech Republic. Check. Had this weird triangular one. Luxembourg. The bomb pops. Lithuania. Did they have the road in the middle? No, that was Latvia. Fuck. Okay, Vatican City. This crown guy. Latvia, road guy. Spain. Iceland. Belgium. Slovakia and Bulgaria. Okay. Wait, why is it giving me the same? Oh, because I didn't hit review. Fuck. Okay, that's okay. Latvia. Luxembourg. Bomb pop. Austria. Fuck. Bulgaria. Fuck, it was this one. Lithuania. Bulgaria. Fuck. These stupid fucking 3-color bullshit fucking flags. Iceland. Hungary. Hungary. San Marino. Slovenia. Slovakia. They're not even that different, bro. Are you serious? Belgium. Belgium. This guy. Slovakia. Ireland. Croatia. No. Yes. Montenegro. Monaco. Fuck. Vatican City. Spain. Bosnia. Czech Republic. Moldova. Serbia. Belarus. France. Okay, review. Okay, these were the ones we got wrong. Okay. Lithuania. Moldova. Slovenia. Monaco. Austria. Okay. Okay, that's one. Okay, and then we're going to put them on a map. Okay. In 4 days, we will learn these. All right. In 4 days, we will know all of these. Okay. Refresh. Click on. I don't remember. Fuck. I don't remember. I don't even remember. What country was this? Was this Hungary? No. Oh, no, wait. This is Romania. I had the country right. I'm clicking Romania. Fuck. Okay, that's okay. You know what? It happens. Okay. The cool blue. Who had the cool blue? It was a cool blue color. Oh, see, I've memorized these in a bad way. Estonia, I think? Yes. This was... Was this Romania? No. Lithuania. This is... Latvia? Fuck. Austria. This is Slovenia. Which is here. This one, was it Denmark or was it Norway? Fuck, I don't remember who's who. We've got Sweden, Finland, Norway. This is Denmark, right? Fuck! This is the Vatican. This is Ireland. This is... like Liechtenstein or something? I don't remember. Oh my god. I don't even remember what that is. What was that? Oh yeah, Liechtenstein. Okay. Click on... Was this France's? Right? Okay, Cyprus. This is not Poland. This is... the fuck? Monaco. This is the Czech thing. I think. Croatia. This is Croatia? Yes. This is, think. Czech Republic. What was this? No. It's not Moldova, but I'm gonna click it anyway and be wrong. Oh, this was Croatia. This is San Marino. I don't remember where San Marino is at though. Was it way out here? I don't think so, right? Fuck, it was up here. This is... Oh my god. Bro, fuck these flags. Oh my god. My god. It's a rough day, guys. What one was this one? Oh. Slovakia? Yeah. Sweden. The UK. Spain. Switzerland. I always want to put it up here, but it's not. It's this guy, right? Yeah. Romania? Yes. Spider peep. No, that's not the spider. Fuck. I don't remember. Oh, Albania. Fuck. Is that the spider one? I can't tell. Oh, no, it's not even. Shield thing in the middle. Bro. Oh my god. Andorra. Okay. Try multiplayer Geoguesser? Fuck no. This one is Belarus, I think, right? This one is... I don't remember. Estonia, Latvia? Portugal. Kosovo. Greece. North Macedonia. Daneland, right? Iceland? No. Yes. Italy? Ukraine? Fuck, what was this one? I don't remember. Fuck. The Netherlands, right? Netherlands, okay. This is Iceland? No. Yeah. Okay. This one is... Don't know. Serbia. Was that Serbia? Serbia. Okay. This one is Albania. Poland. This is the thing up top. I don't know. Liechtenstein. So fucking stupid. No, some small one. Okay. Malta. This is the Russian one, right? Yes. Germany. Bulgaria. Oh, fuck. I don't remember. Fuck me. Oh, Moldova. Okay. And then this is the driving road one. Is Latvia. Bosnia. Liechtenstein. The bomb pop. Bulgaria. And... Wait, this is Iceland. No, Finland. This is Belgium. Whew, Jesus. Man, okay. Whew. Okay. Let's hit the ones we missed. Oh man, I don't remember at all. Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. Croatia. I don't remember at all. Fuck, I don't remember these. They just don't stick in my head. Austria? The little shielded guy. I feel like I'm literally memorizing like random fucking colors. Portugal. This one we should have for Norway. Right? Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Hi. Oh yeah. Set it right here.
Very hot.
Thank you. Little place here. Liechtenstein. Bro, I don't remember any of these. This one is up here. Montenegro. This itty bitty guy. Don't know. Bro, fuck these. You know what? Fuck these flags. Maybe we'll do it. Fuck this. It's not even good. I'm not even like, I'm literally trying to straight fucking memorize like, it's not gonna happen. Thank you. Be careful. Oh. Goodbye, honey. Okay, let me eat and then we'll do more stuff. Give me something to watch. Fuck, we used all of our videos up. How long did it take honey to warm up to you? Instantly. Every animal likes me, automatically. Animals love me. Who is in the wrong here? 2 years old. Crazy people fighting, okay. Oh my god, the Geoguesser master.
I gathered 4.
Oh, this guy wants to chat. Okay. Alright, what's up? What do you want?
Yo.
Hi.
Hey, man. So, I don't know if you remember our conversation from a while ago. You probably don't, which is chill. But, yeah, I just think that, somewhat ironically, your rapid increase in knowledge around the topics that you've been discussing has kind of hurt your rhetorical capability. Now, remind me, I feel like people have claimed that, like, you're all rhetoric and no fact. Is that kind of like the...
Yeah, people say that, but it's fucking retarded. It's the exact opposite, yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely, completely, if anything, it's the opposite. But it's very, very not true. So my sort of stance, and I've been listening to stuff in the background, and I'm sort of just, yelling to the void, listening to you sometimes being like, why the fuck don't you do this? And I understand. I think you're completely valid in saying, like, you guys,
All right, get to the criticism. What do you got? We're good.
I did some work about this, okay? I'm getting to it. I promise. I'll be brief. I know your thoughts are valid around, there isn't like one kill shot. It's like, oh, if you only would have said this one thing, you would have destroyed your opponent in that debate or whatever, which is totally fair. That's a stupid thing to assume, and I don't assume that. So, I think that the way you phrase questions is just highly ineffective, and it sort of, corners you into these impossible to defend situations. So I reviewed your recent video with the lawyer, and I don't know, I got a third of the way through, and I felt like, okay, I've got enough to, give some feedback here. And by the way, I'm a fucking nobody, so take my criticism/feedback with a grain of salt, but I think it's valid, and you can tell me if you think I'm wrong. And then I reviewed your video yesterday too, against the MAGA dude. I don't know who he is, but similar stuff I've observed in those conversations, and then pretty much throughout all of your conversations. So, so at 4:15 and you don't have to go over this now if you don't want to, but at 4:15 in your lawyer video, you pretty much say that you state your opinion in like a really sort of like highly hyperbolic way. And you sort of frame it as like, this is how it is, don't you agree? And you do this a lot in pretty much all of the ways in which you've been debating recently. Does that make sense at all so far? Or would it be
I don't get, keep talking, get to a point, stay a point, yes, and I might agree with you, yeah. What do you mean?
Okay. So, I think it's better to just come out and directly ask, rather than sort of stating an opinion that's obvious, in a conclusion that's obviously drawn from what they're saying, and then asking them to agree with it. So you'll do this a lot. You did this with the lawyer guy. One specific example was, wouldn't this mean that you could theoretically, challenge anything, as unconstitutional? And, how is that any different than challenging, the 12th Amendment's constitutionality or the Electoral Count Act's constitutionality under the 12th Amendment? And he just says, no, it wouldn't be the same. Right? So, like, the way in which you ask the question sort of just gives him an out automatically, because you're sort of stating like, couldn't you apply this to anything? And it's like, well, probably not anything, but like, I feel like just giving a really specific example and then clearly asking him, does this apply here? He'll have to say, no, it doesn't, even though it's probably going to be clearly analogous. And then you can drill down on that really effectively.
Can you give me an example? Like what would be?
Yeah, let me pull up the video if that's cool. Let me go to 4:15 where I took my first note here. Yeah, sorry, what's up?
Nothing, what? Mine is anything. It's waiting for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so at 4:15, so you say that he brings up that the defense is like cutting edge, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not typical. And he doesn't really clarify at all on what is meant by this. And you don't really ask him what is meant by this. Is there a reason why you don't drill down on that?
Because cutting edge probably just means like novel legal theory that hasn't been tried before, and there isn't a lot of like court review on it. Probably it's not worth. I don't think it's worth getting into. But that would be my guess, just for what he would say. Do you think there'd be something meaningful to explore there?
I think it'd be meaningful, yeah, because he's using the term cutting edge as a way to pivot the illegitimacy of it. So you're saying that it's clearly absurd. It's an absurd claim to assume that the ECU is unconstitutional. Eastman thinks it's absurd. And then his counter to that, oh, well, it's cutting edge. And yeah, and I think your answer to that just now is a good faith interpretation of what he means by that. But I think that is like obviously bullshit. Does that make sense?
I guess. So what would be the alternative, or?
So the alternative would be, he says that's cutting edge, and you say, what do you mean by cutting edge? And then he says, pretty much your exact response. You say, oh, it's it's a cutting edge legal theory where we interpret things in a unique way. And then you say, what would stop somebody from saying that murder is actually legal under this new interpretation of a murder statute, right? So I feel like you could easily like hyperbolically extrapolate that thought process to something else and point out that like just because it's a cutting edge legal theory, he claims it's actually just like a complete bad faith interpretation of the 12th Amendment as it relates to the Electoral Count Act, right? So like he's sort of like fundamentally operating on like flawed logic that like, oh, it's just like a alternative interpretation, and you're sort of like letting him get away with that, I guess.
Well, because I mean it can be an interpretation. It's just probably bullshit, right?
Yeah, but you have to call out that it's bullshit, and I don't think you do that effectively, I guess.
How would I call out that it's bullshit?
Well, you need to show him that it's bullshit by giving a counter example, and you say this sort of in a grandiose way. You're like, well, wouldn't that mean anything could be like theoretically challenged?
And I think I try to do like a First Amendment, yeah, but then you won't draw like a distinction between the two. But I don't know if we can go any deeper. I feel like we circle the drain on this a lot, where I'm trying to get him to draw a distinction between the two, and he's just saying, well, it'll be figured out in court or something.
Well, I think you have to give him like a concrete example, right? And you're generally really good at doing this, where you'll give some sort of like concrete hypothetical where
we didn't try that with the murder thing.
No, I don't think you brought up the murder thing at all. I think you just said that this would apply in every single instance, and he said no, it wouldn't, and then he kind of just like rambled on for a second.
Then I asked about like what? Then couldn't you say like conspiracy to murder? I think that's my First Amendment right. And then he kept trying to say there's a difference between like murdering somebody and whatever.
Yeah, he gets really weaselly at that point, and you just like saying you let him is obviously implying that you let
You don't have to hedge so much. Just say it. Oh my God.
Bro, you're the hedge master, okay?
Yeah, because I get quoted and fucking misrepresented all over the fucking internet. You're just talking to me like a human.
Yeah, okay, I'm trying to talk to you like a human. I just, want you to know I'm coming here in good faith. And anyway, yeah, no, I think that I don't think that you specifically drill down and call him out on that. You essentially let him get away with it. You're generally really good at reframing and being like, okay, back the fuck up. I'm just going to re-ask you this again. You didn't actually address this. What about in this instance where, we're reinterpreting this different law and a lawyer might legitimately advise you on, some legal framework that might absolve you of the crime. Now, one thing that he brings up over and over again, and you don't really refute, is that would still mean that you're violating the crime, right? When during desegregation, when folks were, violating desegregation laws, that was violating the law, right? But
I don't actually know if that was true. Unfortunately, I didn't have the deep background into how those cases originated. Apparently, they didn't originate like that. They didn't actually start by breaking any laws. They just enrolled children in schools, and then they challenged things from there, basically. But I didn't have the background.
Yeah, but wouldn't that enrollment be illegal? And again, obviously, that it's more.
Somebody did like a whole write-up on the subreddit about this, but apparently it wasn't. But I don't know the details, so it's hard for me to. But I understand what you're saying. I tried to push on examples, but I feel like we started to get on this like weird merry-go-round where he didn't want to go into explicit examples, and then he would say that murder is different than this, and then I feel like we kind of like rode around on this.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching this earlier today. He's really weaselly around the first time you give that hypothetical, which is like a really good hypothetical for you to give. But instead of making him sort of own the fact that like, even assuming the desegregation thing isn't perfectly analogous and it wasn't actually illegal what they were doing, just drilling down on the fact that like what Eastman was suggesting was illegal, and even if it ultimately ended up being ruled unconstitutional, let's say hypothetically the ECU, the electoral count out was unconstitutional under the 12th Amendment. That doesn't really matter because he's still advising Trump to break the law. Now, that might protect Eastman a little bit because he has a little bit more of, at least according to the lawyer you spoke with, he was maybe a little bit more operating in good faith in that regard, right? Because he's like, oh, I do legitimately believe that the ECU is unconstitutional, and I have a strong legal backing and a legitimate legal backing to believe that. Now, Trump, on the other hand, is still clearly shopping around for this opinion, right?
True, but he doesn't remember. He didn't want to talk about Trump ever, so.
Well, did he? I don't think he explicitly ever said that, right? You guys were just talking about Eastman for the start.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think he explicitly at multiple points said he didn't want to talk about Trump or discuss Trump, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's fair. I don't remember that, but yeah, I mean, my understanding was that, at least with, even if we have to stick on Eastman, I mean, the only way that you could, show that Eastman was acting in good faith, even under his own definition of like what would be allowed under that sort of advisory from a lawyer. I think you bring up the strongest point to refute that, which is he's openly talking about how this would be refuted in a 9-0 decision in the Supreme Court. And he never really addresses that. He just says that, that's not evidence that, that's not evidence that he wasn't approaching it in good faith. But I think you would disagree, obviously, because you brought it up multiple times. Mm-hmm. But you don't really drill down on that whatsoever in terms of like that being like the strongest point of evidence that Eastman wasn't acting in good faith to advise Trump on something that he truly believed would be a legitimate legal strategy, right?
Yeah. Okay. I think so we kind of drilled down on this, but it just kind of went in circles, and he didn't want to. I think.
Sure. Yeah. I mean. I'm just looking at the notes I wrote down here. I mean, he brings up like the legitimacy given to an opinion like that would be through like sound legal analysis, whatever the fuck that means. It's like kind of a vacuous statement. I mean, there might be some like legal definition for that. And then your response to that is just, okay. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like you could have actually pointed out like that was just like an insanely like retarded thing to say. Like sound legal analysis, like there's literally not one legitimate consensus around Eastman's strategy, and nobody thought that this was sound legal analysis. So how could he appeal to sound legal analysis?
Oh, but his response was, "This is a crazy Supreme Court, and they do crazy things. So who knows, right?"
Yeah, but that's refuted by Eastman, or that the own testimony, the testimony around Eastman's statements, which is that he thought that it would be a 9-0 decision against him.
Yeah, I don't. I think I bring that up a few
does that
times.
make sense?
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
I bring that up a few times. I don't think he ever actually addresses that statement.
I agree 100%, but I think you let him get away with not addressing it. Is my point.
Okay.
Because I think at one point he like kind of pivots, and the moderator steps in for a moment, and you just kind of say okay, and you do that a lot, and I think it's apparent to me sometimes. Like sometimes, like I'm trying to follow like what you're saying. A lot of the times, it's apparent to me that you're like, you've clearly demonstrated your thought process sufficiently, and they are either just like refusing to engage or pivoting to something different. But I think it's really, really helpful to spell that out for the audience and say, okay, just to be clear, I've brought up this point, and you haven't said anything against it, right? And then he'll be like, no, I did address it. And then you'll be like, okay, well, what the fuck did you say to it, right? And he clearly hasn't. And then you can sort of fight on that point, because you're sort of assuming that you've won on the point until you've actually won on the point. Even though you're factually correct, like you haven't demonstrated that you're factually correct, if that makes sense.
Sure. Okay, yeah. I could always hold them to account more for that, or answer points that I went on, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and again, I think that, like, I understand the point of, obviously you're talking to a lawyer who's not in, like, the internet space, and, there's a stigma against, being, like, hyper-aggressive in, like, a debate sense. But I think just, like, asking him to elaborate further on his own positions, I would have a hard time thinking that any reasonable person watching that would assume that, like, that's a, like, skillful debate tactic where you're, like, abusing this guy who's not familiar in the debate space, right? And anybody who would criticize you like that would obviously be,
Maybe, sure. But I mean, like, these arguments are kind of a little esoteric if you don't have any, like, legal understanding at all. Like, it's kind of hard to follow. Like, why can't a lawyer give a client, like, advice that, might be cutting edge or something? Like, to even get into the explanations for all that gets kind of technical.
It does, but I think that there's like a fairly like intuitive like layman understanding, right? Like it's probably makes sense to any layman. I have no legal background, but it probably makes sense to any layman that a lawyer can't tell you to break the law, right? Like that's
but then when he brings up like the school segregation thing, then I mean, if I don't have like the background facts on that, I don't know how to like dive into that and
yeah.
Well, I think my answer in the debate was that, like, I'm pretty sure, well, the lawyers could probably still face liability there. That'd be my guess if you're instructing clients on how to break the law. And then I pointed out there's a difference between, like, having broken a law and getting a lawyer versus a lawyer, like, telling you to break a law to try that case. But
that is true 100%. But then by his own definition, the reason why he believes Eastman is immune, and you could even like work in his own framework. You could say, okay, by your own like logic, those lawyers working on desegregation would be immune because they're working in a good faith effort. How do we determine that, right? Well, equal protection under the law, right? I don't know if that's actually true. It seems like you've done a little bit more digging into that, and it sounds like maybe that isn't the case. But assuming it was the case, we don't have hindsight to go back on. But in that conversation, I think you brought up a great point about, well, like there is clearly a legal path to desegregating schools here through the equal protection clause. So, like, I feel like that is much more arguable in court. And then you could immediately pivot to him. What is the defense for Eastman here?
I feel like I feel like I asked that 2 or 3 times where I was like, what is the possible argument here for...
I don't know if you ever asked it explicitly. If you did, he never answered.
Yeah, I don't think he ever did answer, but yeah.
Yeah, but because that's like kind of the kill shot question, right? It's like, okay, you believe he's acting in good faith. What is the good faith interpretation? How do you get from A to B, right?
Yeah.
So and again, like, I mean, obviously it's much harder on the fly. And again, I'm not trying to be like, okay, yeah, I'm hedging a lot here, but let me hedge for a second.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be the armchair, like, this is the kill shot that you missed. But I just think like the way, like, letting people dig their own graves, I don't think comes off as like overly combative. And it just really allows people to illustrate their flawed thought process to everybody else. And again, assuming you're dealing in the facts of the issue, which you clearly are, because I don't know how many, tens of hours or hundreds of hours you've gone into probably January 6th.
Tens of hours, but yeah,
in general. Yeah. I don't know how much you put into it, but there's clearly a factual, like, fact of the matter that can be referred to, right? So yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just looking over notes here. Yeah, he wiggles a lot, and yeah, I mean, it's not like you intentionally let him get away with shit, but you let him get away with not answering a lot of like really key questions. Even the moderator, I think, steps in at one point and like rephrases one of those questions where you asked him like, what would be the explicit way in which Eastman would, find the electoral count out unconstitutional. And again, I think at one point he's like, "Oh, I don't understand your question." I mean, he's either a moron or he's dealing in bad faith at that point when he says that, because it was like probably the most clearly articulated question that you gave him, and would have absolutely just destroyed his argument that he was acting in good faith. But yeah, anyway.
Sure.
Okay, let's see here. Yeah. So yeah, and then this goes at 1826. You say it's obvious Eastman is not giving advice in good faith. You state this again, but again, you haven't actually walked him through this conclusion or walked the audience through this conclusion at all, because you've asked this in the past, but he's avoided it, so he hasn't actually answered that. So what it comes off as is, it comes off as like, without somebody with like a foundational background, it comes off as you just being like, oh, you're like presupposing your conclusion is right without actually justifying it.
Okay.
At least that's my opinion. But yeah, I mean, do you disagree with that? Or?
No, I probably could have tried to run down some factual tracks more clearly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think one of the counterbalancing issues I have when I do debates is like, sometimes I'll do a debate like this and I'll be like, oh, I wish I would have stuck to the point more. But then when I do a debate where I stick to the point hardcore and I try to force certain answers, I'm much shorter and more concise with my answers, and then the other person ends up rambling a ton, and then it's like, okay, fuck, well, I need to take the advantage of my talking time and speak more, because if I just like ask simple pointed questions to force an answer, they get so much opportunity to talk around me. So it's like, it's hard to balance both of those out.
Yeah, I think that's fair from like an optics standpoint. I will say from like a substance standpoint though, the short pointed questions and the short pointed answers come off as like, I don't even a little bit optics as well. It comes off as like really confident that you know what you're talking about. So when you like own something and you'll be like, again, not to glaze, but when you own something and say like, yes, I do believe this, that comes off as so much more strong and respectable than someone's like, well, it could be like this, and well, maybe in some instances. And you critique people for doing this shit all the time, which is being just incredibly weaselly around a stance without actually owning it. So I think the fact that you own it, even though it might give you like technically less like talk time, I would not say that that's. I wouldn't even say
sure. Although the difference there is that's me answering a question. That's me answering a question versus me asking a question. Yeah, I have no problem like answering questions like that, and I think it helps me when I'm answering questions for sure. But when I'm in the driver's seat, if I take the opportunity to just ask a short pointed question and they ramble for another minute or two and bring up more points that I have to address, it's just sometimes I can get overwhelming where I'm letting my opponent stack more and more and more arguments on where I'm trying to hold them down on one point that they won't respond to. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that. That's like a tough balance, and maybe like in some cases you've got like a pretty strong moderator that can step in and help with that.
Yeah, but I think the hidden debate tactic that I need to be utilizing more is just asking point blank the moderator, like, hey, can you make him answer this question? I think I need to start doing that more.
And you could also cut him off too, and yeah, it might come off as like a little bit bullying, but in an environment where your opponent is abusing the situation already and just choosing to ramble to bring up other points, like you'll do it sometimes too, where you'll be like, I think you. In the debate you had yesterday with the random MAGA dude, you were talking about Giuliani, and then he tried to ramble more broadly to like the conspiracy, to some broad conspiracy, and you're like, no, let's just stick on Giuliani. So I think just doing shit like that is really helpful. And yeah, appealing to the moderator is obviously good because you have got like supposedly a neutral third party that can enforce that for you. But I definitely think I don't think it looks bad at all. And maybe, I could be wrong. You could tell me I'm wrong. But I feel like it doesn't look bad at all for you to do that. If you're asking a pointed question, like, what is Eastman's good faith path to calling the electoral count unconstitutional? He might ramble for a second about some bullshit. You could say, that's all cool and fine. We'll get to that in a minute. Like I asked, which you didn't answer, what is Eastman's clear good faith path to blah, 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 right? Mm-hmm. And and I totally get from like a talk time perspective that could be that could like be somewhat disadvantageous. I would not say that that's going to be at all the determining factor in like your success in like the debate, quote unquote, or like persuading an audience.
Sure, maybe, yeah.
Because I know that for a while that was like a metric that a lot of people were obsessed with. I mean, I think even towards the end of debate, sometimes you would bring up like, who do you think talked more in this debate, right? Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes like that it shows like if anything, it'll bringing that up. And in those cases, you're the person who would end up talking less. It shows the other person as like a bully with like insubstantive critiques of you or other things, right? Mm-hmm. It's like who talked more. So it's like the high talk time doesn't necessarily matter. It's almost good to let them ramble because it shows that they're incoherent. And again, I'm sort of speaking. I haven't thought this part through super clearly, but it feels to me right now that it would be fine to let them ramble in the sense that it's going to be incoherent. Yeah, they might get some bullshit, conspiratorial talking points out there that you might have to ultimately address. But if they're not addressing your point, all you've got to do is call them out on it, and bring it back to them. Where people thrive and why politicians are so good in like these like long form interview discussions is that they ramble, right, and they pivot really, effectively to things that they're strong on, and they never answer the question. And a lot of media pundits or interviewers will let them get away with it. But imagine if they didn't. Imagine if they were like, hey, what the fuck was that? That didn't actually address anything. You just, I don't know. Like, I feel like the ramble would be way less strong if they were actually called out on it. Okay. I mean, do you feel the same way or no?
I understand what you're saying. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like, there are debates where I call it out, and then I like ask the pointed question afterwards, and they just take the opportunity to ramble more and more and more. And then it'll be, we'll hit a point where it's like, okay, fuck, this person spoke for 8 minutes, and I've done like a minute because I'm just trying to ask a pointed question. And now I've got so much other shit that they've been allowed to ramble through and stack on top of me that in the eyes of the audience now I look weak because the other guys laid out so much that there's no way we're even going to be able to get through 10% of like what he just said. So I think that
you feel like it's bad to just cut him off when you reload it?
Well, I can cut him off, but then now we're upgrading to a very aggressive debate format. Now we're going to be like shouting each other down, and then it's going to be a shit show from there. That's why I feel like the moderator appeal is so important, because the moderator can theoretically do this.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get what you're saying there. I don't necessarily think the aggressive nature of it is bad. I mean, I think one of the more satisfying debates you did recently is when you hopped in that Twitter space and were overly aggressive, and you often shut down a lot of the rambling that was going to happen with the January 6th stuff.
True, but that was explicitly like that was an
refocusing
ultra aggro debate, right?
Right. Well, what is disadvantageous about that style of debate?
Well, those were all just random people, not people that I'm like on a show with or who had like big fan bases. Like they were people that were like brought there to power scale me in an anime. It wasn't like a fucking like an arc villain or something that has their own fan base who's gonna see me engaging with those people and then come away with like some like, oh, Dusty's like a debate bro, disfavorable opinion, basically, right?
It's fair. I mean, I think going on to somebody else's show, I think that there's like a level of courtesy you want to extend to them. But if you're having some like random lawyer on your stream, is that really like a courtesy you feel like the need to extend to that person?
I mean, I don't want to be like overly confrontational, because at some point if I am just like screaming them down, it's going to come off as though I'm just like being a debate bro. I mean, like there's a balance. I'm not like trying to be the most polite person in the world. I don't know, like, yeah, I don't know. I just need to appeal to the moderator more next time, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just tough because it just comes off as, and the main reason I was motivated to come in and talk to you is because it comes off as almost you being walked over when you let them get away with not answering those questions. And again, it's not necessarily your fault, to your point, because you don't want to come off in an overly confrontational way, but I think it just makes the overall persuasive nature of the conversation like heavily diminished.
Sure, maybe, so, yeah. Okay.
Well, I had some thoughts about the other Trump conversation, but I can.
What about it? Well, no, go for it. Might as well, since you're here.
So I was just watching the end of the VOD from yesterday, and the guy is, the MAGA guy is clearly pretty lost. He brings up multiple times that he used to be, a Trump, someone who would criticize Trump, but he has people who know Trump personally, and that somewhat changed his mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you recall that?
Yep.
I don't. So I listened to the whole thing. I don't recall you a single time bringing up the absolute like retardation of that point. Do you recall ever like talking about that thought process, how flawed that is?
No, but it just sounds good to layman. Like if I bring up that that's a stupid as fuck talking point, I'm gonna sound people like, well, what do you mean if somebody personally knows him? Somebody actually emailed me the best counter talking point. Like that's a really strong thing. Anecdotes and stories are really strong to people. The best response to that was, and somebody emailed me. It was like, well, if we're going by who personally knows Trump, who would know him better than his vice president? So you should point out that Pence doesn't like him anymore. That would have been the best route to go. But you can't just say like, well, who cares what you personally think about a guy? Because people are like, well, that's more important than anything.
Well, I agree that the anecdote is really strong, but you could point out like a comparable anecdote in the opposite direction. And so, even if you don't even have to lie about it too. You could just be like, hey, hypothetically, let's say I had two friends and they told me that Trump, is a kid fucker, or Trump is the, literally Hitler, and he brags about loving Hitler in the background. Would you weigh those equally to your experience, and why or why not, right? So you're essentially just like giving him a hypothetical about, it forces him to confront the fact that he's weighing his personal experience so heavily, and oh shit, there might
I think
be
he would
somebody out
either
there with a
either he's not going to engage because it's a hypothetical. He'll just say, well, no one's saying that, or if he is, or if he does engage, he'll just say, well, that's a good point. I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
Right, and that okay, yeah, I totally agree with that. The first thing he might not engage in the fact that it's a hypothetical, that makes him look retarded.
Mhm.
And the second thing he could possibly answer is, oh, I don't know, I've never thought about that. That also makes him look retarded, right? Because both instances show that the foundation for his beliefs that Trump is a good person or is actually intelligent or whatever it might be are super easily refuted by just one or two other people on the opposite end of the spectrum, right?
Maybe.
So
Yeah.
I think that
I feel like he ended up owning like really dumb points relating to this around like not knowing anything that was contrary to his narrative anyway, right? Like, have you heard about this, the electors thing? Oh, I don't know anything about that. Well, have you heard about, what Barr said? Oh, I don't know anything about that. Like, it seemed like he was very quick to just not know anything.
No,
so.
I agree. Obviously, it came off as incredibly weak for him to say that. But to your point, I think him arguing from that like feeling-based situation where, I've heard so many people, there's such a coordinated effort behind the scenes to attack him and get him out of there. Like he must be doing something right. I truly believe his motivations are pure. He's obviously speaking from like a point of emotion there.
No, he's
like,
speaking from a point of insane political partisan biasness.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, he's like emotionally invested in Trump's well-being and success, right? Or I feel like those are the same things.
I don't think I would call it when we say emotional. I think we're implying that we're weighting some things like a little bit too heavily or not heavily enough. But I think it's just hardcore partisan bullshit. Like when I asked him about when we talked about the Mueller stuff, and he was so upset about all the Mueller stuff, and then I immediately asked him, "Oh, then do you feel the same way about the Hillary stuff?" And he 180'd. That wasn't just emotion. This is like willful fucking ignorance. It was like insane how quickly he 180'd in attitude there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's not bad faith though. Do you think it's him being bad faith? I feel like he's just so ideologically like isolated in his own little like corner of the world where he's just like he believes the misinformation he sees because it reaffirms his worldview. I mean, how like I guess like how much agency do you think somebody has like?
I mean, I understand what you're saying there, but at some point, it's not just like emotional. Like an emotional defense of Trump might be like fuck, I'm trying to think. An emotional defense of Trump might be like you something is presented to you and you're just like you're a little bit maybe more partisan than you should be, or you're just granting him a little bit more leeway or leniency than you should be. But at some point, right? Like this is like emotional. This is too emotional, okay? Your kid comes home from school and you find out that he's suspended for a week because he punched a kid in the face, all right? And it's like, okay, well, was that kid a bully? Maybe, you're emotionally right. It's your kid. You don't want to see your kid. You're emotional, right? But and you defend your kid, okay? But then let's say your kid comes home from school and he's suspended. He's expelled, okay, because he stabbed two kids like in the neck, all right, with a knife. And you're like, well, fuck it, Johnny's growing up to be an assassin training warrior, okay? This is just what he needs to do, right? At that point, it's not just an emotional investment. You've gone full retard. And the reading off like all the quotes from fucking Trump, and he's like, well, that trial by combat from Giuliani, I don't know what trial by combat, that just means one-on-one. Like, I don't know, like, this is not just emotional. This is full, like, willful, reckless retardation. It's like another level of, it's not just an emotional investment. We're turning the blinders on. Like, this guy spent like 10 minutes talking about how partisan TDS'd I am, while he literally has like Trump collectible gold shoes in the background. Like,
yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. But I think like walking him to his own demise there is just so much more powerful than like stating what's factually obvious to you and anybody who's like willing to engage in the facts. Because like to him, there aren't facts, right? Like you could say like Trump clearly wanted to coup the government. He used the insurrection as a way to, I think, violently delay the certification of the election. If you just say that, he's just going to be like, well, that's not true, right?
I mean,
like
I half agree with you, but I think if I made any errors at all, the only thing I could have improved upon in that conversation was ending it like 30 minutes earlier. I think that guy like engaged in his complete and total self-destruction. Like when I'm asking questions about like anything relating to the electors, so I was like, well, I don't know anything about this at all. Never heard of this. Don't know anything about it at all. It's like, okay.
Wouldn't the follow-up question be then? Wouldn't the follow-up question just be, oh, okay. Well, then how do you know it's not legitimate? Right?
Well, then when he started to say, he started to say, I'm not going to trust anything you say. And I'm like, well, I can literally link you the documents. And he's like, well, I don't want to get into the weeds right now. Like he's running any reasonable, semi-reasonable person, even on the right, can see that like, holy shit, this guy is like super.
I mean, I think at that point I agreed that like, I think that is the kill shot when you're like, when he says, I don't want to believe anything you say, and you're like, don't believe me, here's the documents outlining it, and he's unwilling to engage in that. I think just like stating that as in like,
yeah, but this happened.
Hey, we can move on.
Yeah, this happened. Exactly, right?
Sure. I mean, yeah, I just think that like again, to your point, I feel like the conversation can also like can honestly go more quickly and end sooner if you're just asking him these things up front, right? How did you come to the conclusion that Trump didn't coup the government? And I'll tell you why I came to the conclusion that he did coup the government. And he's going to be like, well, 2 friends told me that, he's a good guy.
Yeah, right? I feel like we went down this. I think we went down this exactly. He said that he felt like, well, everybody was attacking him. And so, I understand why you don't like him, but I'm going to like him for the same reason you don't. And then I'm like, okay, well, I have the facts on my side and you don't. And the difference is I'm willing to get into any of these things. Do you want to get into any of them? And he's like, well, no, I don't. It's like, do you want to click any of the links I'm telling you? Well, no, I don't. Well, do you know about any of these? Well, no, I don't. And I wouldn't trust reading them from you. So it's like, okay, well, at that point, like, I think I went down every single one of these roads. Like, I think he self-destructed. The only thing I could have done is cut the convo off sooner and let him not ramble as much, but.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I definitely think the conversation was obviously, it was like a very, very one-sided in your favor. But I think just the way in which you lead him down the thought process that he has and pointing out the flaws in not the conclusions that he has, but how he came to the conclusions. I just think that's like so much more powerful than. Because like to your point,
I understand. I agree with you to some extent. Exposing kind of like epistemic flaws is helpful, but I don't know sometimes when these guys are talking in these environments if they realize like how flawed their thinking is, right?
Like, I don't think they do.
But
honestly,
pointing it out, I don't think
who are listening, right?
Yeah, I don't think
it's just the people who are listening.
Yeah, but I don't think pointing it out. I don't know if that's very compelling. Like, I think there's a decent number of people listening who are like, yeah, if you're in a stadium and there's a lot of energy around Trump and you're clapping, like that actually is a really good show of like how popular he is and how much he can motivate as a leader. Like people think those are good arguments. So if I'm saying like, you understand that's not a good argument, right? And he's like, well, actually, it is a good argument. Well, now I just look like an asshole, right?
Well, you do. So you kind of do. You kind of just said exactly, sort of like the main crux of the issue that I was referring to. You say you understand that's not a good argument, right? Instead of saying, like, how is that indicative of his competency, right? Like you could just ask him that straight up. Because if you just say like that's not a good argument, is it right? He could just be like, no, it is a good argument. You're a moron. Obviously, he's popular, so therefore he's smart and competent, and people love him, and he's the best possible leader. And you could be like, how does like the amount of people clapping for him indicate his effectiveness of a leader? And then he's gonna have to be like rack his fucking pea-sized brain for a second and be like, how does that actually link? I don't actually know. And he's gonna talk out of his ass for a minute, and you're gonna be able to tear apart whatever bullshit answer he's coming up with.
Okay.
Do you disagree?
No, I think he would answer very quickly, and I think he would say, well, a guy that motivates all the people like that to get behind him is a good leader. I think he would just say that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get he might give some sort of like vacuous statement like that, but I think very easily you could just be like what's a good leader to you? Somebody who's popular, right? Like, and again, you are getting pretty epistemic at this level, and maybe I'm just speaking like anecdotally for myself. I find that aspect of the conversation the most persuasive aspect of it, and I'd be surprised if I'm alone there, but maybe I truly, and maybe I am in the minority.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but now we're going kind of like the exact opposite of kind of what you were suggesting earlier about drilling down on a specific thing. Well, now once I've asked a question like, well, what is a good leader? Well, I can tell you a good leader is somebody who wouldn't let the border go to shit, like Kamala Harris. A good leader is somebody who'd be strong on foreign policy and stands up to leaders, and we didn't have any wars under Trump. Well, now I've opened up like a whole new basket of shit that we have to run down. It's like, okay, well, let's talk about the border. Let's talk about foreign policy. Like that question even in and of itself would open it up to so much more. I think that would have to be.
Yeah, I agree with you. I just don't necessarily think it would be a bad thing because drilling down on that would allow you to just expose the like underlying fundamental flawed thought process. Because even if you drill down on like the border's gone to shit, and then you could be like, okay, what did Biden do, or what did Trump do to secure the border, and what did Biden do to secure the border? And there's very clear like causal links that we should be able to make, right? But he's not going to be able to make them. So, I mean, I feel like drilling down there, it does open up a whole new can of worms.
You're also opening up a can of worms, though, where you're on losing. So, like, for instance, like he says, you go, okay, what did Trump do? Well, Trump kept Remain in Mexico. Biden got rid of it. Okay, well.
Oh, Biden didn't really get rid of it, right?
He did. He did. And it was probably bad of him to get rid of it. But the reality is the number of people impacted by it isn't really meaningful. But like that, now it already sounds like I'm kind of like, well, fuck, that is true. And now we've gone from me pointing out on a very clear ground, where he's saying like Trump is a good leader because people clap for him, which is retarded. But now because I drilled down so much on that, now we've jumped ship to the border argument, and now we've got a point where Trump actually did do good, and now that's in the viewer's mind, like everything prior to this is kind of like justified. Yeah, okay, yeah, Trump is kind of a good leader, and yeah, he did do some better shit on the border. And yeah, fuck, but like now it's like fuck. Now I've got to fight on policy, and now we've got to get really into the numbers on well, why does it matter that Biden might have made a bad decision relating to remain in Mexico, but overall he's better for the border, even though the numbers don't say that. Well, it's because COVID was here. Like now we're in a way more complicated argument, right?
I guess that's fair, but again, I think you already pointed out the flaw in that process, and maybe this is just my inexperience in not doing this every day like you do. But I mean, yeah, I feel like you could easily be like, yes, Biden did strike that down. He struck it down for these reasons. The main cause for these surges at border crossings is the abuse of the asylum process. Trump was able to limit this through, the COVID restrictions that ultimately weren't able to be upheld under Biden. That's not really Biden's fault, is it? And then you could obviously pivot to the border bill, which was bipartisanly supported, that Biden was willing to sign, that Trump explicitly instructed people to turn down. So, and again, I understand that that's getting into the weeds, but I still feel like again, from a factual standpoint, I know you're not concerned about fighting on any of those grounds, because even if, like you said, you would just side on the correct side of the argument. If there was a bad decision Biden made, you wouldn't defend it. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. Ultimately, it feels like drilling down, not necessarily on the specific issue, but on the thought process that led them to the initial conclusion, I feel like is kind of what I'm saying. So yeah, I don't know if that's...
I understand what you're saying. I think that for that style of conversation, I was already pressed for time, and I already think that guy just shred himself, so I'm not really concerned for the outcome of that. But in that style of conversation, if this is like a professional, if this is like a debate on stage, and I'm like trying to do like a really good showing, and I understand like where he's at and where I'm at, I'm probably just gonna go for like funny owns would be my guess. So if he's saying some shit like you should have seen the energy, when Trump was there or whatever, then I would ask some shit like, okay, well, who do you think could get more applause, like Trump or Taylor Swift? Like, are you going to vote for Taylor Swift for president? Like, it would just be a snappy thing like that, because I've quickly, in a humorous way, like illustrate, rather than like diving into all of the policy and the side things or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I love it. I mean, yeah, but you see it like at the same time that kind of just like immediately deflates that whole position.
Sure, this is a more aggressive, like it's an aggressive, like I'm fighting with you now, and we're gonna be shitting down each other's throats and everything. But
I guess I just don't see that as like, because I feel like you can do that in like a confrontational way because it is an argument, it's a conversation. But I don't think that comes off as like an asshole thing to do whatsoever. Like I feel like, and again to your point, like your hesitation to be more confrontational in your Ben Shapiro convo or other convos you've had this year, I feel like could, having just like a confrontation like that, even, you did point it out in your defense in the Ben Shapiro conversation a bit, I don't, grade Trump on a curve. I grade him like I would any other president. So I feel like pointing out those, incredible, inconsistencies there is... I don't think it's rude or aggressive or showcases a debate tactic at all or anything like that. I mean, yeah, I guess I don't see the reason for the hesitation there.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep it in mind.
All right. Well, yeah, I do appreciate the convo. Love your stuff. Thanks for taking the time. And yeah, have a good day.
I love you. Be careful.
Thanks, man.
Wow. Okay. Shh. It's boring time. Let me use the rest of my way back. What is this? Don't care. All right. 1 sec.